Breaking Instagram news, we now have an update on how many hashtags we should be using according to Instagram on the platform for best results. Now they still allow up to 30 per post, but they said this is no longer best practices. In fact, they want you to narrow down and niche down to 3 to 5 hashtags per post. And this is because they're actively watching what the other social platforms are doing, specifically TikTok and YouTube, who specify that you should be using less hashtags for best visibility. So they don't want a bunch of random hashtags. People have abused hashtags on the Instagram platform, and it has just destroyed what the algorithm is doing to show content. So now we're working smarter, not harder, and we are being more specific about what works so that we're able to be seen by more people and the right people. So let's actually take a look at what Instagram has told us specifically we should and should not be doing and break down everything they said. So they have said, do use hashtags that are relevant to the theme of your content. That means if something doesn't apply, like hashtag Kim Kardashian, and it's nothing about Kim Kardashian, that's not going to help you. So you want to use hashtags that specifically work with the content you're posting. They want you to be using hashtags that your fans already follow and use. So things that your relevant people are going to be actively searching for, those are what you should be using. If you make candles, you should be working in home decor type things because that's where your fandom already is and they're looking for that type of content. They want you to mix well-known and niche hashtags to broaden your discoverability. So big hashtags are cool, but you're now competing with a huge pool of millions of people also using that hashtag. So niche down is going to help you to be seen by more specified people. So use big hashtags and small hashtags. Don't just go with those ultra popular ones because you're going to get lost in the mix. But you also have the ability to show up there in the recent part of that Explore tab if you are relevant and if you're doing well right off the bat. Now they do say use specific hashtags so your fans can easily search for your content and you can even create your own. So breaking that one down, they have said use hashtags specific to you. You want your fandom to follow you through your hashtags, things that have to do with you. It could be your name, it could be your business name, it could be a slogan that you use, something that other people aren't using. They want you to be able to create your own hashtags so that when people click on them, they're seeing your content, not 300 other people's content, not 3 million people's content, your content. So consider creating your own hashtag and using that as your posting as well. And they did specify keep the number of hashtags between 3 to 5. So you want to make sure that it is leveled down. We're getting very specific about the hashtags we're using and very relevant about the hashtags that we're using so that we're not lost in a crowd. They want you to be as hyper specific as possible because they want to target your ideal audience. The more you can help train them knowing your ideal audience, the better they're going to do at putting your content out there and getting all of your content seen. So you do need to be very aware of what you're using because it helps to train the algorithm. Don't throw a ton of things at it because it's just going to mix up your views and not help to train what you're doing within the algorithm system. Now they've also given us some best practices for do not do on Instagram. Let's take a look. Do not use hashtags that have nothing to do with your content, like those popular ones, hashtag explore page, hashtag Kim Kardashian. This is not going to work to your benefit, so only content that is connected to what you're creating. They said don't use overly generic hashtags because it's going to be hard for people to discover you because so many people are doing it. So that goes back to don't use the popular hashtags. There's 3 million people using it. You're just a teeny tiny fish in 3 million other posts. So use less popular posts to be seen more and rank higher and to get your content sent out to the correct people. Smaller is going to be better and work in your favor. And it says don't use too many hashtags. 10 to 20 is not going to help with that additional distribution. So remember, when it comes to these hashtags, what they're doing is they're taking your content and putting a little bit in each of these hashtags to kind of see how it performs. If you've got 20 different hashtags, your content is shown to less people in all of those hashtags. But if you've got 3 hashtags, it's then going to be divided between those 3 hashtags and you have a much higher chance of being seen by more people because it's not trying to send the same amount to 20 different places instead of just 3. Think of it like when you are going to a craft fair and they've got one of those put the ticket in lotteries and you take all of your tickets and put it in one bucket. You're much more likely to win that lottery than if you put one in 30 different buckets and maybe you would get it. So you're taking the bigger volume and putting it in one bucket to see if you can get seen by more people inside of the hashtag system. So Instagram has given us specific directives. We are using 3 to 5 hashtags. They are going to be niche specific and you can mix them up with some broad ones, but keep in mind that does not actually help you. Using more hashtags does not help with your distribution, and you will even want to be considering creating a hashtag for your personal use so that people can understand what your content is going to be. So create something that's relevant to you, that works with your business, and then use it over and over and over again so that you are training that algorithm with your 3 to 5 hashtags per post to know what niche, what industry, what section of Instagram you fit in, and who they should be serving your content to. This is very, very similar to, say it with me, the TikTok algorithm. So you want to be paying attention to how this is going to work, and you're going to want to immediately stop and switch your hashtag sessions so that it is less than what you are doing now. You want your strategy to be very honed in and very niche specific to train that algorithm to show your content to more people. If you have questions on this, get down in my comments below, but make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell because Instagram has dropped another brand new feature. There's a brand new way to save your IGTV videos, your live streams, and to put them out on your main feed even after you go off air and you did not post it to your main feed. I'm breaking all this down in the next video because Instagram is giving us so many gifts right now to help us level up our content and get seen by more people. So hit the subscribe and notification bell. I'll see you in the next video as we continue to help you level up and elevate what you're doing on your Instagram to make a better, stronger community and make more sales. I'll see you in the next video.